Hello and welcome to City Update. I'm Deborah Cedillo-Dugan. The City of Phoenix AARP Experience Corps and AARP Arizona has teamed up to start a tutoring program for reading geared towards elementary students. Now joining me today to talk about this new partnership is Tim Valencia. He's from the city's Youth and Education Programs. And also joining us today is Peggy Goldberg. She is the AARP Experience Corps Volunteer Advisor. Thank you both for joining us today. Tim, it's great seeing you. Peggy, it's nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
So Tim, let's start with you. What does the Youth and Education Office do for the City of Phoenix?
Well, the Youth and Education Office has been around for many years, and our primary goal is to create and leverage partnerships and resources that really help our school districts. It's not under our purview to oversee education, but we know we're a valuable part in our community to help our school districts in many facets, from literacy to mathematics to even just creating partnerships to help keep kids in school.
And your education, you have an education background yourself. You were a teacher.
I do.
So talk a little bit about that.
I did teach for a short period of time. I was actually a third and fourth and fifth grade gifted math teacher, but just for a very short period of time.
Oh, but still, it's always nice to have a teacher in the house. So Peggy, talk about AARP, the volunteer coordinator, and what you do for this Experience Corps, and what is this partnership all about?
Absolutely. I'm so excited that the partnership is coming to Phoenix. Experience Corps is an early literacy tutoring program and whose mission is really to engage adults 50 and older in the community in service to schools. So we're working with schools and school districts all across the country, actually 21 different cities across the country, and now in Phoenix it'll be the 22nd city that will host an Experience Corps program. And AARP several years ago adopted Experience Corps as its signature volunteer program focusing around making an impact on education in the community. And so that's exactly what it does.
Well, it's a wonderful concept. Now, how long has it been around again?
Actually, the Experience Corps program has been around for 19 years. Okay. So it's well established in many cities across the country. And as a matter of fact, there is a local program in Tempe, and that's been in existence for about 8 years.
And I'm sure they just don't focus on reading. There's probably other elements, too, that the Experience Corps participate in.
Yes, I'm glad you asked that.
Mm-hmm.
It's really to work on children's skills in boosting their literacy skills. So it's critical that they're reading on grade level by the end of third grade, because if they're not, there's 4 out of 10 statistics say that students are more likely not to graduate from high school. So it's critical that we get them there and they get that, reinforce those skills. But along with that, the volunteers that come in and they work with the children over the course of an entire school year, we call it a program year, and what happens is not only are their skills reinforced, but the relationship with that positive, encouraging older adult, that really makes such a difference. And so children who were shy and uncomfortable, didn't raise their hand, all of a sudden now they've got that adult that's really encouraging them and motivating them. Oh, sure. And that's what we like to call is the secret sauce of Experience Corps. And
reading just opens up a whole new world too, and especially for an older adult, 50 and older, and of course I'm in that group as well, just to experience a young person and just seeing that aha moment and just the beautiful world of books and reading and the written word. Tim, let's go back to you too and just talk about literacy overall and how the city took this on as a city initiative and the importance of teaming together with a group like this. What did it take and how are we going to move forward to make this a successful initiative?
Well, the mayor launched Read On Phoenix, which actually is under Read On Arizona. So it's a movement about really creating resources to help the community, the school districts, re-engage around family literacy and whatnot. So Read On Phoenix, one of our pillars is volunteerism. So the 4 pillars of Read On Phoenix is school readiness, after school literacy enrichment, summer learning loss, and then volunteerism. And so that was one pillar that we knew that we needed to partner with an effective program that's been vetted across the nation. And that's where Experience Corps came into place. We knew that in our backyard, Tempe was offering the program, and so we knew it was an effective program that our school districts would allow volunteers to come into their schools and help teach literacy. We're going to be going into 5 school districts in our first year. We're targeting 10 school districts, so we're very excited to bring this program to Phoenix, because you may be aware that the state passed a law in 2010 called Move On When Reading. And that law took effect this year. And what that means is that if third graders are not reading by grade level, by the third grade, they will be held back. And the mayor made a commitment that there would be no students in his city, in Phoenix, that would be held back. And so we needed to figure out how we were going to help these school districts with that new legislation.
That's a tall order, but I think this program
Yes.
is really going to help and assist. So let's talk about the process. How do adults get involved, sign up, register, orientation? Peggy, take it from there.
Absolutely. So we are going to be in 10 schools, and typically we like to have a team of anywhere from 8 to 12 volunteers in each of the schools. So we've got quite a few tutors, quite a few volunteers that we need to recruit. There is no educational background needed. So very often prospective volunteers will say, well, I haven't taught before, so do I need that? And no, the training is such that it sets them up for success. All we need is their enthusiasm and their time and their excitement, and the training is such that they will be successful and we will support them. So the steps are, we have a series of information sessions set up in the community, all around the community, in different areas of the city where the school districts, where we're going to be working in the schools. So the information session will really provide and answer all of the questions. Where are the school locations? When is the training going to take place? What does the training involve? And then really it carefully detail what the position's going to be, what they're going, the role of that volunteer is.
And then, thank you for that information. Just real quickly too, because we're going to have to wrap up. Tim, how is the city working together with AARP in the application process and making sure that the people who are in fact signing up, have the background check and are safe personnel and people that are going into the school, so parents can also be rest assured that we're just not sending anybody into the schools to teach or to tutor students.
Absolutely. So during those informational fairs that we're having, or sessions, we get the potential volunteer, and then they actually go through an interview process. We want to make sure they're a good match, that they're committed. They're also fingerprinted, before they go into school. They're heavily vetted, and we had our first informational fairs, and we had scientists in there. We had former educators, and so the array of professionals that are coming to do this program is amazing, and each volunteer just brings something unique, and so we're very excited. And AARP, the national office of all the state offices, right there with us to help interview these individuals to ensure that they meet the needs of the schools, but also meet the needs of the students that they're going to be serving.
Yeah, I thought that was an important question, because I just want to make sure parents and teachers and folks know that as well. Anything else that I may have missed, Peggy, that you'd like to mention?
I think I'd also like to say that from the volunteers' perspective, they get so much out of it. It's a way to give back and make a really strong impact in the community, and they will see the progress of the students that they're working with, and it's like leaving a legacy behind. You're making an impact in the future. So
well, you're both doing great work. We thank you very, very much for all of that, and to making sure our kids can read and move from third grade on to fourth, fifth, and sixth, and all the way up to college. And so thank you, Tim. It was great seeing you as always. And Peggy, thank you for everything you do.
Thank you very much.
Too.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. Now, if you're 50 or older and would like more information about this wonderful program, or would like to register or maybe check out that orientation, you can contact AARP.org. But you can also go to readonphoenix.org. For City Update, I'm Deborah Cedillo Dugan.